Hey there, this is Morgan with Kinetech, and this video is to help walk you guys through the redesign change orders recently went through. Now this is all based off of your feedback, so please let us know if you have any questions or issues by using the feedback tab on the far right. Also feel free to email me directly at morgan.booth@kinetechcloud.com. So I've signed into Kinetech, and what I'm going to do is basically dive into a project. From here, I'm going to then navigate over to the change order section and open up a change order. Now, the first big redesign change that I would like to point out is that now you can capture a gross profit margin at each financial detail. As I open up a materials line item here, you'll notice that my description, quantity, unit of measure, and unit cost, this should all look pretty familiar to you. Now what I can do is I can add a gross profit margin. Now I would like to point out that for any existing change orders, the amount is auto set to sell, and this is by default for any existing change orders, and will remain so unless you guys manually alter one of these fields. Now I'm just going to briefly go over the line items to the right here. Majority have stayed the same. The first one I would like to point out is line item E and G. These will now be included in your cost. The next significant change that I'd like to point out is for line items I and K and M. These will all be factored into the overall gross profit and your weighted gross profit margin calculations. This also allows that any current fees in the application for existing change orders. This ensures that the current historical data is accurate for, again, any existing change orders in Kinetech. Now, I will point out the difference between just a gross profit margin and weighted GPM is basically if you guys had a 50% margin on an item that was $10 versus a 20% margin on an item of $1,000, we take the weighted gross profit margin of those two. Also, feel free to take a look at the Help button. You'll see that what items have been excluded from the gross profit margin calculation, which is your bond fee and the tax amount as well. Everything else has pretty much remained the same to where you can capture description, internal notes, and still drag and drop any related documents. Then feel free to create a couple of the different change order reports. You'll notice that obviously the cell is updated in the PDF as well. Please feel free to contact me directly if you have any additional questions. And again, just reiterating, feel free to use the feedback tab on the far right. Thank you so much and have a great day.